and I bust ass again.
Oh my god, of course you did.
Cut it? Nah.
Cut that.
We ain't
Cut that.
cutting
Edit that out.
No! Look at a penny and he's going.
Abraham winking when he hasn't showered in a few days.
Abraham stinking.
Abraham's stinking, bro.
You scared?
What up, y'all?
What up, y'all?
What up? What up?
Welcome back.
We back in this.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Previously.
Previously, okay. That leads us previously on Culturology.
Where's the van? The van was supposed to be here.
Culture Lad gave Peter 3 the motherfucking Disney Plus password.
Oh yeah.
Since then, he's been on a tear. So what have you consumed since then? Like, what has you watched?
I finally finished What Ifs.
All right.
And I binged and finished Falcon Winter Soldier.
What did you think?
Oh, dope. Fuck it. That's like my favorite one, to be honest.
Love it.
Yeah, dude.
WandaVision's mine, but yeah.
WandaVision's dope, but fucking like Falcon, I'm just such a big fan of Captain America and of like the time when Sam becomes Captain America.
Well,
like, that's just my
I
shit.
thought it was dope, like how like it was like all like no black man wants to be fucking Captain America, and then like it flips.
Yeah, with Isaiah.
Like that was dope because he's all like.
Well, that's what I was gonna.
That is a real like that's like in the comics.
That's like
shit,
some real
like
shit,
Black
yeah.
Cap and shit. Like it's.
Well, that's what I was gonna say is like WandaVision and Loki and like all those are cool, but like what I love about Marvel and just comics in general, like what I really respect about Marvel and Kevin Feige and all those dudes up there, they really care about, like, even going back to like the days of Stan Lee, R.I.P. It's like the comic books in general do a really good job of like having a social sort of commentary, and they were always like inclusive, you know what I mean? Like like that's their whole thing, is like the heroes standing up for the people that need a voice or that need someone to represent them, like stand up for the little guy or the ones being oppressed or whatever. So like that's what I like the most about like all the fantastical, you know, fighting aliens and sorcerers and all that shit is cool. But what I liked about Falcon and Winter Soldier so much is that it was able to tie it back into the real world with like real shit. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
and like with Winter Soldier the most too, because like seeing like some like the shit that he did. And like how he's friends with that guy that like he killed his son and shit.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Like that was like one of my favorite parts.
Because
like,
it kind of deals with like PTSD.
And you could see, you could see like why he was so cool with like Cap giving Sam the shield. Yeah. Because he obviously ain't there yet mentally, like fucking like in the beginning of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Well, and I thought that was one of the dopest dynamics too, is like when he's like in the therapist office, like and she's like trying to give him all this advice, and she's like, you don't know anything, like it's just like you have no clue the shit.
Well, also what I liked
for fucking hundreds of years, bro.
Well, also too, what I liked was I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I actually really liked what's his name, the John Walker U.S. agent character. Like, because when he
I didn't like him at the beginning.
When he first starts, I wasn't sure of like how substantial his character was going to be, but I actually really liked like the arc that they gave him, you know, like going from just being like a decorated war hero, being like, okay, well, you're going to be, you know, the
Captain America.
Yeah. And then going through the whole like trying to live up to the shield and the expectations and trying to do what's right, but also like
then he takes the juice,
that temptation of the power, but then they start getting into like him and his partners like history, and that's why I said like they kind of delve into like PTSD a little bit, because he's like, you don't know what we did over there and like
and then like when he
did
like
so much cool shit with it,
when he like kills that dude with the shield.
Oh my god,
was crazy.
I thought I was gonna see a decapitation.
Yeah, Fucking A.
I was like, oh.
Like I didn't like John Walker from the beginning. Like I was like, you're a problem. You're a real problem. But like that shit, like I liked the guy's performance. Like I don't know the actor's name. Like I think how much I didn't like John Walker is like how much I liked the performance, because like,
well, you know what's crazy?
Kill it to make me not like the character that much.
Well, you know what's crazy is when they started pumping out, like when Disney Plus first got announced and they started releasing WandaVision and then Falcon and Winter Soldier, like that was like at the height of the pandemic. I had no access to like shit basically, but I was very familiar with the US agent character just from the comics. So I always knew that he kind of he was able to kind of go back and forth between being like a good guy, an anti-hero, a villain in some cases, you know what I mean? So when his character debuted and like I would just get little bits and snippets from like articles, you know, from like pages that I follow on Facebook or what have you, I was like, oh shit, they're bringing in the US agent character. I was like, okay, that's going to be interesting. And then once I started reading up on it and figuring out who was playing him, Brandon, like you just said, it's actually Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell's son.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's actually like one of my favorite actors. He's been in a bunch of shit lately. He was in Overlord. He was in
Overlord's dope.
I haven't seen it, but I want to. But yeah, he's been killing it with the acting lately.
I've never seen him in anything else, but I really liked him in that for sure. And I just think I remember when I first heard the character's name, because I never I've heard US Agent like the name before.
Yeah.
Before Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I never had history. I didn't know it like his real name or what the character was. Yeah. But then when I found out his name was John Walker, I was like, that's fucking perfect. Fucking
whiskey.
Yeah, I was like, that's amazing right there.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Walker, man.
And I like that. I like that at the end he got his like all black and red costume. I was like, that's fucking,
because they're about to do fucking Thunderbolts, dude. Because Abomination is in the mix. Fucking they're gonna put fucking Black Widow's sister in that bitch.
Love her.
Hulk maybe.
And that's what they're getting started. Yeah.
Fucking it's, and then fucking we got Secret Invasion coming.
Dude.
And what else? There's a Spider-Man one in the works, and then Moon Knight, fucking Thunderbolts, She-Hulk, so much dope shit coming.
Freshman year.
Yeah,
I'm actually really excited about She-Hulk, honestly.
Yeah, dude, I'm into it.
Because when we first started,
for all of them, really.
Because we already had Eric Bana, and then we had Edward Norton. Once we got to Mark Ruffalo, me just being such a big fan of the comics, I was always like, man, I always thought as a character She-Hulk was dope, because I'm like, just to see that kind of power and those kind of effects and stuff, but with a female, I always thought would be sick. And she used to be part of the Fantastic Four, and
she's Avengers, all that.
All right, I just want to throw this out. I think I was playing Capcom.
Oh, me and
Marvel,
you were playing, Marvel
and Hulk and the Hulk, bro. Oh my god, that shit was so funny. I don't think you guys were there, but me and fucking Frank were playing Capcom versus Marvel, bro. And I had She-Hulk on my team and the Hulk.
Yeah,
and I had he ended up wrecking She-Hulk. And then I was doing all these voiceovers, the Hulk was all angry, and he just went off, dude. He
killed my whole team.
You kill She-Hulk, you die. And I was fucking slamming him and fucking.
Bro, I forgot all about that. That's
dude, crazy. That shit was so funny. I just remember we were dead. We were dead on the floor after that.
Yeah, that was good times.
Man, that game, speaking of games, that's on some other level. I've never been good at that game.
I've always been
that's the only game I can get my ass kicked over and over again and still enjoy it.
Which I was actually gonna
go. I'm fucking with Injustice 2 again lately. I've been wanting to play.
Oh, I'm good at Injustice.
Because I just read the Injustice comic and I want to play, because the comic, the game, and the movie are all so different from each other. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Constantine fucking is such a key part of the comic, and he's not even in the fucking game.
That would be dope if he was in the game.
Did you watch the animated movie that just came out?
That's what he was just talking about.
Dope.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about all of them, but like
dude,
Constantine, I only watched the movie one time. He's in there a little bit in there.
Well, the first Injustice game came out before the movie, obviously, and the comic.
Well,
like, they just the first game came out like
way before anything. It's what started the comic.
It's almost been like 10 years.
Yeah, the game was like the original.
But that came out before the comic, the movie, all of that. So
yeah, exactly.
The fact that they have Constantine, like he wasn't even in the first game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what it's so much different. Like, and he's like a very key piece of the comics.
Well, and I actually love that movie. I know you said it was all right, mediocre at best, Brandon, when I talked to you about it, but I thought that movie was fucking awesome. Like just how they were killing people off and like how they do Adam. I'm not going to spoil it, but how they do Adam is dirty as fuck. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I was like, this movie's on some other shit.
The animated
when
movie?
they did Adam dirty like that, I was like,
the live action Injustice. Yes.
I thought were you guys talking about the game or
the anime? Animated movie you're just talking about that you thought was dope. That's what we're talking about.
I thought it was dope, but I didn't like what they did with Dick Grayson. It was.
Well, he fucking dies in the comic too.
I know, but game. Like he's a ghost the whole time.
But like,
and he's like,
and that happens. That happens in the comic too. Like he becomes Dead Man, but like in a way different way.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like dude, you got to see it. I know we're spoiling it kind of for Frank, but dude, it's
I thought you'd seen it.
No, but I mean, it's gonna. I mean,
you're probably not gonna watch it.
The animateds are kind of pretty far down on the list for me. But
I was gonna say if you're
not
even gonna watch
that was just really high on the list because I just got done reading the omnibus. Which
like nothing against the animateds because I used to binge those when like way back in the day when they would be like on demand and shit. I watched like what's the one you guys have probably seen it. It's sort of based back like in the 50s. It's called like Justice League something. I don't know, but like it's mainly based around Green Lantern and like this alien.
I couldn't tell you what that is.
This alien like sort of island starts invading the earth and like all the Justice League members have to like go and fight it. Like
no bells.
That's old school.
I'm not really very well versed on the DC like the animated. It's like I've seen like a few ones that I really liked, but I like there's like a whole like it's like the MCU, dude. Like fucking there's like an order to watch them. Like you obviously don't have to, but like they all like supposedly happen in the same timeline.
Well,
I think.
And that's where like, DC shines.
And like
animated one.
Yeah, the animated too. Like they're animated.
Like the well-known ones.
Shit on the fucking Marvel animated.
Like Batman Beyond.
The New Frontier. That's what it's called.
Frontier.
Yeah, if you guys ever get a chance to check it out, it's pretty interesting. Like Green Lantern's kind of a main character in it. It's pretty dope.
Well,
all the other Justice League members are kind of
like Son of Batman. You ever seen Son of Batman?
Yeah, Son of the Bat.
Yeah. I like that
one.
Actually.
That movie's so dope.
I like that one. I like Flashpoint. I like Injustice. And there's this one, I can't remember what exactly it was called, but it's like it takes place in like the like Victorian England, like and like Jack the Ripper's like going around and like Batman.
Gaslight.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah, Gotham by Gaslight. That one was dope as fuck. I liked that. I really liked that one.
Yeah, they don't fuck around when it comes to animated movies. They do.
Yeah, like that.
Have you guys watched like the Dark Knight animated thing?
Yeah,
I saw a little
Dark
bit
Knight
of it.
What do you mean?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I saw a little bit of that when it first came out because I think.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the movie was kind of based off of a little, but the anime is better. And that's what they also try to base Green Lantern movie off of First Flight. Because we've seen First Flight, Brandon.
Yeah, at first, I forgot about
First Flight. That's what they were trying to go for, but they just didn't deliver.
Swing and a miss, Doug.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
First Flight's fucking amazing.
Yeah, First Flight was sick as hell.
I was actually going to ask you guys, because I've been meaning it's on my list, but I want to get in. It's just such an undertaking because I know it's such a long show. But how y'all feel about Gotham overall?
I've only seen. I only watched the first two seasons, and then I fell off because I started watching it when it was coming out, like in single episodes.
Oh shit!
And like I was like, I just couldn't keep up with like because like I was just like, all right, like after this, like the second season ended, and I was like, dope, like this shit is fucking fire. But then like
I think Arrow and Flash
like,
were all
I was just
off too.
I was like, like who has time for all these shows after a while?
Well,
and I think it's over now, so I could just fucking
off of like the
it is over.
Gotham PD. It's like based off
and
of
it's
the
on
Gotham
Netflix,
PD
bro.
mostly.
Yeah,
but
it's on
dope.
Netflix too.
It's dope, but as like Brandon said, I fell off of it. Like I need to catch up.
But I think the last thing I saw was
right after like Joker started to come in, or quote unquote like, he goes by something else.
Yeah.
But Jerome started to come in. I was like, what the fuck? But you see a bunch of people, like you see like Mr. Freeze,
Catwoman,
so many motherfuckers.
Penguin, Riddler.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a good one.
plays a really big role in
it's down on the list though. Like I got a lot of shit to watch, and that's like 10.
Not you got Falcone, you got all these people in it. It's dope, but like as I said, it's like more of like it kind of feels like more of like a crime show.
Yeah,
it's,
well,
it's
it
like
is.
Crime show.
It definitely is. Like it's like for me, it's like a if you got time, like type of show.
Yeah.
Like
I've never.
There's nothing else on, and like you can like just put on this and catch up. But like I'm like, not about it right now.
Yeah, I fell off.
I
still gotta watch Boba Fett, dog.
I didn't even realize at the time it was sort of taking the Batman story and basing it like if it happened in like whenever it came out, like present day when it first came out. You know what I mean? Like, because I know it's all based around Commissioner Gordon and all that.
Well, and Bruce is a little kid and stuff.
Yeah,
like still dealing with shit and going to school.
Yeah. It's sort of like I mean, obviously,
I think Alfred's like my favorite part of that show.
Dude, Alfred's a boss.
Yeah, he's like
Alfred's a boss. Dude, he'd be fucking shit up in that show.
I want Alfred and Jarvis to fight.
But I like it. It's a decent show. It's
Jarvis
like
is a voice.
No, the real Jarvis from like Agent Carter.
Oh yeah.
And like he was in Endgame.
Yeah.
He made a cameo in Endgame.
Yeah, that was sick. When I saw that, I was like,
my dog, Jarvis.
Is it Agent Carter?
I feel like, yeah, dude, Agent Carter's dope as fuck. I feel like I'm like the one of like the 15 people that watched that show.
Yeah,
but I mean, that show was the streaming service.
Have any of you
it's on Disney Plus, dude?
Oh.
Have any of you seen Shield? Agent.
I was just about to ask about that.
I heard they decanonized that shit, and I was like, why bother then?
It's not worth.
I heard it's pretty dope. I haven't got into it, but they cover like they cover a little of like Ghost Rider in it.
Well, so you know what's
dope.
That's why they axed that
but
shit.
It's not Johnny Blaze though.
Well, so you know what? That's what's
guy.
Funny is when that show first started popping off, I was like, oh my god, because I think Arrow, Flash, Gotham were already doing their thing. But I was like just biding my time. I was like, one day we're gonna get a fucking Marvel series, and this is before Daredevil and all this. Well, actually, I don't know. Daredevil and Jessica Jones might have already been out.
No, Agents of Shield was out before them.
Okay,
that was like their first.
It was right after the
Shield was like the first one.
Yeah, it was like right after the Avengers and all that shit.
Well, either way, like as soon as that came out, I was like, oh shit,
was alive.
Yeah. Well, I was either way, like when that shit came out, I was like, this is gonna be my shit. And then like I would catch an episode here and there randomly, so I could never keep up with it.
Yeah.
But it just didn't. It like I thought it was a good show. It just wasn't so compelling that it was like keeping me like, okay, I have to make sure I put time aside to like catch the episode. But then it was on for like a couple years. Like it went on for a couple seasons, and then out of nowhere, they're like, motherfucking Ghost Rider's in the house. And I was like, fuck. I was like, no, I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning.
There's actually this character in there that's like really fucking powerful. I don't know her name, but she like messes like with frequencies or something, and she'll wreck your shit.
Quake.
Or like something like
Quake.
that.
Something like like she'll make earthquakes and shit. She'll just fuck with frequencies, collapse buildings.
But Devin, actually, like Devin said, and this, I don't want to give too much away in case you guys ever decide to watch it. But yeah, like the Ghost Rider in the show, this isn't a spoiler, but the Ghost Rider in Shield is actually what's his name? Robbie Reyes.
Yeah, my dog, dude.
Dude,
speaking of Ghost Rider, bro.
You know what's funny? I honestly wasn't like too big of a fan of like his comic design, Robbie Reyes. But I like how he looked in the show, and I was honestly just excited to get more live action Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
But then they also like towards the end of his because it's like a mini arc. Like his whole arc takes up a whole season. I think it's season 4. But at the end of it, they sort of, like I said, I don't want to give it away, but they sort of like allude to like the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, and it's sick how they kind of tie it all in.
Dude,
well, don't they cover like they cover like Venom in there? I think too. Like there's like a symbiote.
There's like there might be a symbiote reference. Yeah. Like it's real kind of blink and you miss it, but
yeah, there's like a bunch of like
tongue in cheek. It's not like a symbiote reference. It's more of like a, if you really want it to be a symbiote reference, it can be a symbiote reference.
But as I said, I don't know anything. I've watched 3 episodes of that.
Yeah, dude, so. I think like I didn't really like it like when it was first coming out because like that was back before I was like really interested in like and like all things like comic and like so like I was just like I don't need this. I'll just wait until the next movie comes out. Like but now that it's like all done, like I would like to maybe go watch it, but like if it's not canon, like I don't really give a fuck.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care.
Well, everything's canon now, right? Because the multiverse.
Come on.
Well,
that's what I'm thinking.
Like, I mean, it is. I mean,
that's their logic.
I mean, it is, but I don't
fucking logic.
Guess what? You gotta watch everything.
Forgetting the X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Hey, I've seen those movies already, though. That's not fucking 18 seasons of a TV show I gotta watch.
I think it's only like 6.
Like,
funny.
Well, whatever. That's 6 more. They got me 6 kinds of fucked up.
And I think I might be the only one who's seen this.
Instead of going back and watching Green Arrow for the 5th time, you could watch something new.
Yeah, well, Green Arrow is actually good.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen it. Don't doubt it.
I haven't seen Green Arrow all the way through either. Like, I can't, like, that's like another one of those situations. Like, I'm a slave to the timeline. I have to watch all those shows in the intended order. Because, like, there's crossover episodes and shit. Yeah. Like, I want to see those in the intended places.
Yeah, you're your own worst enemy.
Yeah, fucking, it's a nightmare in my head.
Well, and you know what show's like really dope that I think I'm the only one here who's watched it, and this was popping way before any of this Marvel shit, is Heroes.
Yeah, I never fucked with Heroes.
That show, if you guys haven't seen it, it still holds up.
That was like way back though. Like
you could pick that shit up today and enjoy every fucking second of it.
I didn't watch nothing back in those days though. Like I watched like ESPN and like that's it basically.
Dude, like, and I never saw Hero when it came out, but after it was like all released, I got into it and dabbled into it, and that shit fucking blew me.
I heard it was dope.
It's Mike, so good.
I heard there's this joke in Big Bang Theory where like like Sheldon's pissed off about Firefly getting canceled, and he's like you can't just cancel a show like that. He's like, you got to give us like a logical, like good ending point. And like he lists like 2 examples, and on the 3rd one he's like, Heroes gradually lowered the quality season by season, so we were happy it was gone.
But you gotta watch it if you guys haven't seen it. It's legit.
Mike, did you watch it when they sort of like, I don't know if it was like a reboot or if it was like a new season, but they kind of brought it back? Like, yeah,
they had a reboot where the main character, it's a continuation, but the main character is like this chick who can heal things. Like she can grow forests. She's kind of like the chick on Sky High, where she can like grow shit fast. She has healing abilities, but she's the main character, and this is at a time where like they're trying to outlaw all heroes. But you gotta watch it. It's so dope.
There was another show. I don't know if you guys remember this.
He's a time traveler and he's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
he's like the dopest.
There was another show. I don't know if you guys remember. It's actually with the guy from Hardcore Henry and District 9. But he plays like a cop, and it's all about people that have superpowers. I forgot what the fuck it's called though. But it was like a series. I think it was on it might have debuted on Netflix. It might have been
Project Power.
No, it's like a show, not like a But that Project Power is pretty good too. With
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's all right. I like
some
it.
parts I was kind of like, but overall, I mean, I enjoyed it.
The end though, he's like,
I just like get so much. We get so much superhero shit, like power stuff, like from Marvel and DC. Like I just like I don't have space for any extra independent.
Well, it's just funny because when I was younger, like in high school, I think is when Heroes was like really popping off.
Dude, yeah, like that was like back in the day, like when DVR was first coming out.
I was like, yes, this is what I've always wanted, like a big, like regular show on like mainstream, networks, all about superpowers and shit. I was like, this is made for me. But of fucking course, I can never stick to a fucking release schedule.
Yeah, like I was always
never knew when the fuck it came on.
Yeah, like I was like, see, that's what I'm saying. That's like when Comcast, like DVRs was first coming out and shit, and like I was just like, this is way over my head, guy. Like,
and I had to binge that shit after it came out.
Too many shows. I can't with the shows.
But it's with that show, I can watch it again. Like just talking about it, like I can go back and watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah, like there's definitely those shows like that you can just like no matter how many times you've seen them, you can go back and watch.
I've only watched it once, but it's like one of those shows that I could definitely watch again. I know for a fact, and fucking love it.
And like Sons of Anarchy, I've seen that show like 3 times all the way through. I could go back do it, start over right now.
Yeah, the only show I've watched twice is Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, I can start over right now. Fucking.
Oh wow, Office, I feel like such an idiot
right now.
What?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I can start over right fucking now. Have you watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Oh yeah, because your fucking kids love it.
I was like, everyone in my family loves it.
Yeah, that show is so fucking good.
So you know what's fucked up is the show that I was just talking about, the guy with District 9 or from District 9 and Hardcore Henry. Yeah. It's literally just called Powers.
Nah.
Wow.
What the fuck is that on?
I have no idea, but there's a PlayStation logo. It was a PlayStation original series.
What the fuck? PlayStation making a series now?
This was in 2015.
They made a movie.
What the fuck?
2015 for 2
When the fuck did this happen? Well, obviously it happened in 2015.
2015.
Yeah, but like, how the fuck did this go under the radar?
Damn, that's crazy. I completely forgot it was a PlayStation thing until I saw that. They did do that for a little bit. They had like little miniature series and shit.
That's crazy. I've never even heard of that show.
Dude, it's sick, Mike. I think you would like. It's kind of like Heroes.
I'll have to check it out because
Uncharted out?
I do enjoy Heroes.
I'm gonna post like a trailer in the chat
because the thing that's dope about Heroes,
you seen it, Devin?
Yeah, I saw it.
What?
Yeah,
you liked it?
Yeah, I watched it like 2 or 3 days after it came out.
What the fuck? When did it come out?
2015.
It came out on the.
No, we're talking about Uncharted, bro.
Oh.
Parallel conversations, man.
Yeah.
Fuck Uncharted.
I want to see it, but I don't know.
It's good.
I might wait.
It's good.
I watched this.
I'm gonna wait till that shit's at the Elvis, guys.
I watched the pitch meeting.
Better wear a hairnet.
Skits on it, and it was just like, I'm probably not gonna watch this. So I
mean, I want to watch it just because I'm such a fan of the games, and like I want to see how colossally they fucked up.
No, it was.
I mean, I think that movie's gonna make a shit ton of money.
Well, it's fucking Tom Holland and fucking what's his face?
Wahlburgers.
Yeah. So fucking
Wahlburgers. Bro, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I was at work and I was on break.
Family.
And it was playing on the freaking TV, and they start talking about Wahlburgers, and I start laughing my ass off. I'm like, Wahlburgers? Like,
yeah.
What? That's freaking hilarious.
But yeah, I have to check out that Power show.
Yeah, I'm gonna post a trailer in the chat.
It's
I like
Power.
that shit.
I'll watch the trailer.
Stronger, Mike.
Watch Heroes then.
Dude, I just watched Bright like last month.
Bright was dope as fuck.
Bugging me for like years to watch that shit.
Dude, that movie was good.
Bright was good.
I watched that
dude, my favorite parts where he just turns around and starts wasting those cops. He's like, where they at?
Yeah.
Hey, bah. Ooh, he's like, they're gonna kill you and kill me. We in this shit.
Yeah.
But you can see like the influences in that movie from like Training Day, all the other movies he's directed. in that.
I like how like in the beginning she's like, "Will you please go kill that fucking fairy?"
Yeah,
it's like screaming.
Yeah,
fairy lives don't matter today.
It's like cracked out.
Yeah.
It's fucking it was killing me. Yeah, they're like little crackheads.
Well, and I also like how like the orcs like the bottom of the food chain kind of where it's like that orc cop. You better kill him.
Because like
and everyone
like,
hates him and he's like in between. Like that's what's the dopest part of that movie. He's like his people don't love him and because he's a cop, but the cops don't respect him because he's an orc, and it's just like that dynamic was dope. I was
I like stories like that.
And do you guys know who plays the orc?
Who?
It's actually what would you guys know him from? He's been in a bunch of shit.
We seen movies.
Huh?
I said we seen movies. This motherfucker think we uncultured just because
you ain't seen Warrior.
We ignorant because we live down here.
Think we ignorant because we live around here.
You ain't seen Warrior. You ain't
seen that?
I've seen Warrior. I'm
just naming it for no reason.
He could be. I don't know.
But I think Brandon, you just seen Great Gatsby, didn't you?
Yes.
Do you remember the guy that's like cheating on his wife and like runs over the chick like with the mechanic's girlfriend and all that shit?
Yeah, fucking Sir Galahad.
Sir Galahad?
He's in King Arthur with Clive Owen. Plays Galahad.
Oh shit! Then that guy.
And he also is in fucking Zero Dark 30.
That guy. There we go.
Okay, what about him? What were we
he plays the orc.
Oh shit! Damn. Yeah. Dude, he be in movies. I thought that like he was just like some small time dude, like, but he be in movies. Like he was in one of those actor roundtables that you sent.
Yeah, I love him. I love him in Warrior.
Have you guys seen that?
The brother?
I love him in Warrior.
Warrior is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Me too. I love that fucking movie. It makes me cry,
but it's great.
It's so good.
It's better than Southpaw.
Fun fact: he was also in Revenge of the Sith.
It didn't make me cry as much as Southpaw.
You don't even see his face in the fuck. Everyone plays a goddamn stormtrooper. I'm sick of it.
Oh, he was a stormtrooper.
So was Daniel Craig, and so was everyone in their fucking.
I don't believe it.
On that note, Brandon, though, I did like it more than Southpaw. It is better than Southpaw.
I like him the same.
I think Southpaw made me cry more.
Southpaw got me, dude. I was like, no.
Warrior will fuck you up too. Like,
yeah, Warrior did fuck me up as well, bro.
Like everything with the dad is just like, oh
yeah,
my God, dude.
Dude.
But yo, have you guys seen?
Talk about it. It's a good movie though.
Yeah.
Have you seen the King Arthur, the Clive Owen King Arthur?
I have, but I remember when it first came out.
Like Keira Knightley's in that bitch too.
Yeah. I remember when it first came out. Like, I remember seeing the preview for it, and it looked like super action packed, like it was this like big epic thing. And then I remember like renting it from Blockbuster, watching it. But then like I just remember like at some parts it was really slow.
It was, but it was like super lore heavy.
And I kind of fallen asleep towards the end, and I'd never finished.
Yeah. If you like, I've just always been interested in that type of shit, like fucking like the knights and fucking shit.
I mean,
like
I like what's his name? I like Mr. Fantastic as Lancelot.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh shit!
So and it was like super lore heavy in like fucking like King Arthur shit. Like so, like
nice.
It was a watch for sure. But they actually, I don't know if you've seen this one, but they actually like did a newer King Arthur movie with Charlie Hunman.
Yeah, from
Jax from Sins of Anarchy.
Yeah, they've done a bunch of King
Arthur. And their plan for that movie, I guess, was like to make it like a whole universe. Like it was gonna be like its own MCU. It's gonna be like the Arthurverse and shit. Cause like the way that it ended, like that and shit like that. But like it didn't do numbers. It didn't do bits. And
that's kind of
they were like,
it's like the Mummy.
They were like, scrap the Arthurverse, dude.
It's like the new Mummy. That
literally like the Mummy.
No, they're done. They're not even making the second one.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying though. Is like all these fucking movie studios are like, and that's what's so funny. There's
like the next big thing.
I want that new.
Well, no, that's what's funny about like going back to the Matrix thing. But there's this guy on YouTube. He does these videos called pitch meetings, where he pretends to be like the script writer
And you make fun of them. Yeah, you show me
the movie executive.
The Venom one's hilarious.
Yeah,
making cinematic universes is tight.
Yeah, but that's what's funny is like all these movie studios, they want, because MCU is popping, they're like, we need a cinematic universe. We need a cinematic universe, and it's just like, shut the fuck up, just make a movie.
Oh,
like,
dude, and you know how we were just talking about,
like, yo, King Arthur's already in the fucking Marvel universe. Like, we're good.
Oh,
you know,
that'd be dope.
Extraordinary Gentlemen.
They need Charlie Hunman.
Fuck yes, that movie
shit
used to be my favorite.
Is so good.
League of Extraordinary. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
I was gonna mention that when we're talking about heroes.
And dude, I still can't believe
that shit's on another level.
I need to watch that again. I still can't believe the fucking those two actors. Like, they look exactly alike.
The two actors.
The dude, remember the guy actor who's in Walking Dead, who I thought was the guy who played Tom Sawyer in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. The motherfuckers look exactly alike. I don't know. Like, if you've seen Walking Dead, go look up pictures of, I think his name's Simon in that show. Or somebody. He's Deanna's son in that show. And look up pictures of Tom Sawyer from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And tell me that's not the same motherfucker.
I don't know about exactly alike.
Dude, no, that's the same nigga.
Tom Sawyer and who?
Might be a little older.
Tom Sawyer and who?
Dude from Walking Dead. I don't remember I feel like his name's Simon, but I sent like a straight up comparison pic to the chat, like when we were first talking about this. Like, anyways.
But dude, that used to be one of my favorite movies with Jekyll and Hyde and
I like the Invincible guy. They had John Cena in that bitch.
Oh god.
The Invisible guy. Jekyll and Hyde, and then the vampire chick, and then the dude who had the painting.
Dorian Gray.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
He was my favorite.
Yeah. And then Sean Connery.
I'm
pretty gangster.
I'm pretty gangster myself.
Yeah.
Pretty gangster myself.
Yeah, that movie's OG.
Get off of my feet.
I need to see that. You know what movie's underrated and dope? Mystery Man.
That movie's not underrated. That's a beloved classic.
Oh, is that the
Ben Stiller?
Mystery Man, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
And Kel plays
Kel.
Kid.
Ben Stiller, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Your favorite Ben Stiller movie?
No, we're not doing this again.
I think we're
doing it.
We already did that, didn't we?
Yeah, you guys already did that.
We
already did for Ben Stiller, because I remember I said Meet the Parents.
Yeah, exactly.
He said Zoolander.
Thank you.
Come on, we've discussed
Jesus
this.
Christ.
All right, quit crucifying me.
Give me a lap.
Pay attention to your own episodes.
Yeah.
Dude, I got like 3 things I need to pay attention to. So
oh, you only got 3 things. Oh, to be
young.
3
things.
To be young.
3 things over.
I got 3 things. Oh my goodness. Maybe you should get to sleep. You got a lot on your plate.
Yeah, it is past my bedtime. So.
Jeez. 3 whole things, huh?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
What do y'all got to worry about?
Yeah, everything to worry about.
Don't get me started.
Everything.
Yeah. Anyways,
one of us got a kid.
Yeah.
Let's go through the ABCs.
This motherfucker got 3 kids.
Yeah, I got 3 kids. I went from none to 3 in over a year.
Three's company, so we have to get rid of one.
Come and knock on our door.
I'm living my best life.
No, 2's company, 3's a crowd.
It's 3's a company, 4's a crowd.
Hey, you fuck.
What the fuck? No, it's not. It's 2's company.
So you're telling me a beloved show is wrong?
Goodness gracious.
You're just all over the place. Just call it in.
Yeah, you need to fucking. Yeah, you need to call in sick tomorrow. You on something?
Diagnose me so I can get paid time off.
But
John Ritter is turning in his grave right now.
You ever see that movie, 3's Company? Why do you think they call it 3's Company?
We just said that.
Yeah, you fucking. Shut up. You give me a lap too, Mike. Fucking hell.
Oh, shit.
I was so outraged by what he said that I couldn't even register the last 10 minutes.
First time?
God.
Fucking hell.
Bloody hell.
I just saw
Bloody
red.
hell, mate.
Bloody hell, bro.
Vision.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, back to it. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
No, we're over it.
It's good. Oh, actually, my last note on that Watchmen. Exactly. Alan Moore did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, V for Vendetta,
Swamp Thing.
He can't go. He
did Swamp Thing.
He's
miss. Got like the Swamp Thing run that everybody talks about like as the best one.
Oh, okay, nice.
What Swamp Thing? The DC show that's out?
No, like the comics.
Oh, I was like, because they made the show. I've never even seen it.
I think it was a movie, wasn't it?
They have a show now though too with the whole Titans and.
That doesn't sound like a show.
Doom Patrol.
There's a Swamp Thing comic out right now, but like it only comes out like once every like 4 months and shit.
Speaking of Injustice too, that dude's fucking brutal in that game.
I want King Shark to swim into Swamp Thing.
Oh God!
Like,
no, dude, Swamp Thing would win that easy.
Nom.
Swamp Thing would win that shit easy. I like how in the in the Injustice comic, like they have, like Swamp Thing is on Superman's side, and then they get Poison Ivy to be on Batman's side, like towards the.
Oh, so it's like a little.
And then they fight, and then they're kind of the ones that they're just like they're fighting like both with their like Earth powers and shit, and then they're like they just sit there and they're like, hold on, what the fuck are we doing?
Have any of y'all seen the Evil Dead movies?
Yes.
Mike? I know Mike.
What is that one again?
It's like that's like the classic
for a hand.
That's like the classic. You find the Book of the Dead, you read the spell from it, it fucks your whole world up.
He replaces his hand with the chainsaw.
Not again.
There's
a scene in there. Mike, I don't know, you might know what I'm talking about, but when Brandon was talking about Swamp Thing versus Poison Ivy, there's a scene in the Evil Dead movies. I'm not going to get into it because it's pretty graphic and disturbing.
The new one? Are you talking about the new one?
Both of them. It happens in the original and the remake.
The new one traumatized the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
That is so fucked
But that's how I envision that battle going down. Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy. And
speaking of that, dude, now we're on that movie. Like that movie fucked me up when she's like peeking under the thing. She's like,
yeah, cutting her tongue in half.
If you haven't seen it, watch it. If you're into shit like that, I know me and Frank are on the same page with like horror and like shit that fucks your mind up.
I just don't find it. Like there's certain horror movies that like I watch and I'm just like, all right, that was a good movie. But like most of them, I'm
probably are more into like suspense thrillers.
Like I definitely like.
You like the Saws, Brandon?
Like House of a Thousand Corpses and like Devil's Rejects. Those are my shit.
Those are some of the best.
Because they're a little more grounded, more realistic.
And like I like I only seen like the first 2 Halloween movies, I think, but those are good, I guess. Like they're not terrible.
Yeah.
And then like I seen one of the most recent ones that I seen. Like not that it came out recently, but I saw it recently.
Yeah.
As Above, So Below. That was a good one.
That's like one of my favorite movies.
That was a good one.
That's a good one.
Because it's all about the Philosopher's Stone and Nicholas.
Yeah, dude. Like that's like kind of what hooked me. I was like, Harry in this.
Dude, I knew you would like that.
Dude, there's so much I am in that.
Emerald
there's so much. That whole movie is I am.
And then like what the fuck
that was like the pinnacle of
I think the last horror movie I saw in the theater was Paranormal Activity 1, bro.
Those movies are fun to go to in the theater sometimes.
Those are right. They actually have a new one, Next to Kin. I haven't seen it. But
God, they're like Paranormal 15.
For real, I'm over it. It's like the Fast and Furious movies, dog. Like I'm like fucking how many times can we see a fucking chick get haunted? Like I'm over it.
One day that's gonna be the crossover
in space. They're gonna do Space Ghosts coast to coast next.
That's gonna be the crossover.
They're gonna haunt a freaking skeleton of a T-Rex.
Paranormal Fast and Furious Activity.
Fast and Paranormal.
No, they need to. You know what they need to do?
Paranormal and Furious.
This would be epic as fuck if they did a rated R Scooby Doo with like shit like.
Oh, fucking hell.
As long as Scooby-Doo lives, please.
Oh,
as long as Fred says fuck, I'm cool with that.
If we could get Freddie Prinze Jr. back as Fred.
Everybody. I want Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Fucking what's homegirl?
And then Daphne
Linda
gets
Cardellini, fucking
gets Evil Dead.
boy.
By the way,
Daphne gets
who is
Evil
heavily
Dead.
featured in the Hawkeye show that you still need to watch.
I'm about to. So you know what's funny? After I finished Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm saving Loki for last because Doctor Strange is coming out. So that's gonna be what I watched last, so that it's fresh in my mind with all the multiverse variant shit. But I wanted to jump into Hawkeye after Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I was like, well, fuck, I know you know who shows up in it. And the last thing I seen of the Netflix shows is I watched all the seasons necessary to get to Defenders. So
And
now
this is my shit.
I'm at the Defenders period, and then I still have to watch everything post Defenders to find out what happens to the big bad that shows up in Hawkeye. Because I'm like, well, how the fuck does he even get there? I need to know what the hell happened to him. So
I still honestly haven't finished the Netflix shows, and I'm not gonna be able to now because they're leaving.
I think you
like
got
5
till the
days.
16th.
I think it said end of February, dude.
Yeah, but I think I just put a thing today. I think that was only for Canada.
Oh, I don't get it. Like, are they leaving? Are they going to Disney Plus?
That's what we can assume.
Like, fucking, because if they're just gone, that sucks.
No, they're not
just deleted.
They're never gonna be gone.
Delete.
No one's ever gone.
Fucking.
But no, that's obviously what's happening. What I read earlier this week is they just don't know if they're going to go directly to Disney Plus or maybe they'll throw them on Hulu since they own Hulu. But
that'd be sick. I'd be down for either one of those because I got the bundle, dog.
And I'm sure it'll just take a little bit of time.
Oh yeah, Frank, that password that I gave you, the username and password, that works for Hulu as well.
Oh, okay.
Forgot to tell you that.
Good to know. Appreciate you.
That's gonna be like Tree Fitty.
You're like Aladdin. You've shown me a whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Oh shit. Which I don't know. How did y'all feel about the live? How do y'all feel about the live action?
I fucked with the live action Lion King, dude. I fucked with it.
I saw the live action Aladdin.
Childish Gambino and Simba.
I haven't seen the Aladdin or the Dumbo.
Lion King, and I haven't seen the Jungle Book live action.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. The only one I've seen is Lion King. I only seen Lion King.
I've only seen Beauty and the Beast and
damn, that's got my girl in it too. I haven't seen it either.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, it's got my homegirl in it.
I think that's the only live action one I've seen. Because they did Cinderella too.
What?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah.
That was like the first one they ever did.
What?
It came out like way.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah,
tell you about the Hillary Duff joint?
No, fuck that.
No.
Nobody cared about what Chad Michael Murray and
Hey man, Chad Michael Murray was hot for a minute. Like I was like, this dude going places. Like he was doing hits right now.
He was the man.
But he ain't doing nothing these days. Like he's chilling.
He went to the same
he's kicking it off that OC money or whatever show he was on.
He joined the league of Josh Hartnett people that disappeared.
Yeah, dude. There's just those actors that were like red hot and then they just dipped.
That's why I like Shazam.
I fuck with
because Adrian Brody from OC fucking pops up and plays the little crutchy crutch. The kid with the freaky walk.
Fucking
he plays his Shazam adult version.
Oh shit. Fucking that's I never watched those shows, but like those were just like the shows that like I just heard like everybody talking about back in
they were just always
like OC and like One Tree Hill. Wasn't that a show?
Oh, that's what it was.
One Tree Hill, and then like
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek was like before those ones.
Yeah.
Fucking Dawson's Creek was like around the same time as like 90210 and like,
you know what I liked?
Saved by the Bell and shit.
You know what I liked for all my Amanda Bynes fans? Moody's Point, bro. Moody's Point was like making fun of Dawson's Creek. Like that was like her. It was like a skit on her Amanda show, and she'd be making fun of it.
Oh, I don't
never
think
even
I
heard of
remember that shit.
Yeah,
dude, it was hilarious.
I'll have to YouTube it.
Yeah, there's just look up Moody's Point and thank me later.
Fucking what were like some other like fucking see like back in those days Degrassi was my shit. Like I was fucking with Drake.
Oh dude, I never fucked with Degrassi.
Dude, I was all on that show. Like
I used to call it the assy. I just pissed off a bunch of people.
Brandon, walk me through.
Pissed off a bunch of people.
Walk me through the first time you saw the episode with the school shooter and Drake gets paralyzed.
Oh, and that's the only part I saw. I
don't like because like that's like another one of those shows that like I never got like a season like beginning to end.
Oh,
like
okay.
I just like caught them when they were on, but like I really liked them when I saw them. I was like, this I could relate to this.
Yeah.
Sorta. Like I'm not Canadian. I don't have free healthcare, but
my homies
relate to some of this.
And,
but like that episode, I just remember because like Drake in that show, he's like the jock. Like he's like the cool guy.
He's like the cool kid.
And he was actually cool with the dude who shot him. Like, cause like he got, cause like Drake, like
be your own people.
It be your own niggas. Like, but
what if that's how Drake gets taken out?
I'm pretty sure like the whole premise is like Drake got like some kind of punishment. He had to join like the school like decathlon team or some shit. That kid's on the decathlon. They become cool, and like Drake starts telling his homies like, "Yo, stop messing with my dude."
Mm-hmm.
Later on, like some shit happens, like the Drake's homies like prank that kid, still dump paint all over, paint and feathers, and then like they like spread the rumor that it was all Drake's idea. And then the shooter hears that and finds Drake like in the hallway, like during class, so it's just them two in the hallway, and it's just like bah.
Well, I think
that's not even how it goes down, Brandon. It goes down so much lamer.
What are you talking about? That's what happens.
He's all like,
well, I think he was,
and then he closes his eyes, and then Drake starts to run in slow motion.
Oh yeah, like that's baseball. Still, basically, that's.
Well, I think you know what's funny. Well, you know what's funny about that is
close his eyes.
Well, you know what's
that was the part I didn't like. I was
that
like,
part was
how you gonna shoot somebody running away? I was like, Drake, shot while you running away. He's got his eyes
just hug the wall, like you're good.
He's got his eyes closed, Drake, and he can still get shot.
So that's what I was laughing about. He's like, how hard is it? You take the gun from him at that point or something. That's literally what he's doing.
He was like,
and then Drake's running like a dummy.
Run forward. He can't see you. Like run past his ass.
Well, you know what's
funny?
I have
to make sure to run right in the line of fire. Dude.
Yeah, dude, just duck and you're fucking cool.
Well, you know what's
dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge, or whatever.
Well, you know what's kind of, you know what's messed up though is like the reason I think that episode even like got aired or whatever is because that came out not too long after the whole Columbine situation.
Oh, it was a few years.
So
no, that was actually like after, like a couple years, after Columbine.
That's literally what I just said.
Again, like 2001. When was it? 99.
Yeah. 2001, I think.
Oh, I gotta look it up. I feel like a shitty Coloradan now.
On 420. You know, I wouldn't have been in school.
Yeah, I know it was on 420.
But the other funny thing,
that bullet.
Literally.
Come on.
But the other funny thing about that is there's this viral footage.
Just jokes, people. Just jokes.
99.
Oh shit.
420, 99. See, I knew it was 99.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? The other funny thing about that is there was this viral clip going around for a while, like way back in the early days of YouTube, when Drake was first sort of popping off, when he got with Lil Wayne and Young Money and all that. Drake was on stage doing a show, and he was like, you know, running back and forth or whatever, doing his thing, and he slips and falls, and he actually tears his ACL. And this is obviously post like his Degrassi years, and then he was doing the show with Lil Wayne, so everyone like runs out onto the stage and picks Drake up, and they like take him off the stage, and everyone's like, oh shit, what? And then Lil Wayne walks out on stage, and he's like, damn, that motherfucker really got a bad leg.
He's like, young moolah, baby.
In the show, he gets shot in the back.
Yeah. But he was in a wheelchair.
Paralyzed. Oh, he's wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, wheelchair Jimmy.
Fucking A.
But yeah, that's fucked up.
Drake, man.
Well, you know what my show was for surviving high school? Ned's Declassified.
School survival guide, man. I remember I ripped off that whole show in 8th grade, for a school report. I did I did 6 episodes worth of shit in the report. I was like, how to avoid germs at school? It was ridiculous, full on episodes. And I remember it was in 8th grade, Frank. It was at fucking Excel. And I remember we had to give comment cards on people's presentations and shit. And I remember somebody gave me one that said,
Ned's
sounds a lot like Ned's Declassified.
Huh. That's hilarious.
I was like, I don't know what that show is, man.
I remember you've always been that person though. We both have with school reports.
Yeah, dude.
I remember
my teacher don't know about this. I
remember we're over at your house and I was talking about flamingos and about how them flying, and you're like,
no, dude,
are you kidding me? He's like, I just no, how they can't.
I remember exactly what it was. It was for English class. We had to write up a story. We had to pick an animal and write a story about it, a fiction story.
How
it
wings or whatever.
I had thought that flamingos couldn't fly.
You never see Lion King? They fly.
For some reason,
you dense motherfucker.
For some reason,
for
some reason, I thought flamingos couldn't fly.
Bird,
I wrote my story. Bird. The title of my story was "Why Flamingos Don't Fly." And then I remember Mike and our other homeboy at the time, it was a weekend, it was Friday. It's freshman year. They were coming over to my crib to kick it.
You guys were talking about the assignment.
And we were chilling at my house, watching movies and shit. We were watching Scarface. And fucking the part where he's in the tub, the hot tub and shit. Yeah. And
pelican fly.
He's fly, pelican fly, and they're fucking flamingos. But before that, actually, I skipped a step. Before that, I had told Mike what my story was about, and
that's what that's from.
He was like, dude, I think pelicans fly. He's like, I think flamingos fly though. And I was like, no, dude, they don't fly. And all day, this was an argument. Dude, they don't fucking fly, bro. And he's like, bro, man. They fly. Later on, we're watching this fucking Scarface, and you see the video of the flamingos flying. And I was like,
and I pointed out, I'm look at fucking flamingos.
And story's done at this point. We're talking completed product. It wasn't turned in at the time, so I had to go back. Yeah. And I just changed the title. I was like, How Flamingos Learn to Fly. I changed the title, finessed it, and it's still got a good grade.
Fuck yeah.
No.
Boy.
Gotta finesse that shit, bro.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, that shit killed me when he told me about that. I was like, really? You didn't do no research?
Well, I'm one of those people that I hear something once from anybody, and I'm just like, yeah. Sounds right.
Makes sense.
Sounds real.
Come on.
Every time I've seen a flamingo in my mind, they're doing that little leg shit.
Because every time I picture a flamingo, them motherfuckers on the ground. So this must be correct. It was someone was just like, yo, flamingos don't fly. And I was like, huh. They damn sure don't fly, do they?
You're right.
You're right about that. I certainly
they don't fly, don't they?
That's hilarious.
That motherfucker's extinct.
I not know dodo. Long time.
Dodo birds. That's
dodo birds. Come on, guys.
Those are the ones I'm thinking of. Whatever, man.
Dodo.
How many motherfucking birds does a guy gotta know about? Dude, speaking of birds, actually, one of the last things I want to talk about, just because it popped into my head for some reason. There's this movie called The Great Race or some shit like that. It's got Owen Wilson, Jack Black,
Wow.
and I think Steve Martin is the third guy, and like they're bird watchers, and like it's like a competition between it's like a competition between Jack Black and fucking Owen Wilson. Like
The Great Race.
It's like just type in like Owen Wilson bird watching.
You see that like, bald eagle Jack over Black. There?
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking funny. That just popped into my head. We're talking about birds.
You know what's funny? I was just watching Cars.
They're like
I throw on like I throw on Disney Plus movies for my son, and I was just watching Cars.
Oh, it's called The Big Year.
I forgot.
Yeah, something like that. I knew it was 3 syllables.
What was it again?
I knew this movie existed. It was in 2011.
Was it Steve Martin?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fucking yeah, got it
right. What the
Big Year?
Yeah.
They're just flamingos. They don't fly. They just sit there with their legs up. But then he took off, and I was like, wow. Starts flapping his wings up and down.
Wow.
He's also in Zoolander.
Yeah.
Daryl lick my balls.
A lot of fucking movies.
Don't you know I'm loco ese?
Daryl lick my own balls. Thank you very much.
She's like, I was bulimic.
We're chilling on the coast, killing a spider monkey.
Dude, that part, the part.
Like,
my favorite part will always be
shows.
My favorite part will always be
it's in the computer.
I had a really nice personality. Ew.
Ew.
That's my favorite fucking part.
I like when they're trying to get it out of the computer, and he's like, all right, we're not cavemen. And then they start like doing the monkey noise, like,
yeah. Earth to Tilda. We don't actually mean Earth to Tilda. It's not like we're trying to.
For kids who can't read good.
That's my favorite part. He's like,
how are you supposed to fit in the school?
Ants?
This is
how do you expect kids not to learn to read if they can't even fit in the building? It's like, you need a building at least 3 times this size.
Oh my God. I like the actor they get to the hand model. He has like the little glass shield around his hand.
I like when he steps on it.
Yeah, he's like, you fucking idiot. You freaking moron.
He's got one look, for Christ's sakes. It's like I'm taking crazy pills. One look. It's beautiful.
That's the guy from X-Files too that plays him.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Oh God.
Dude, X-Files used to be my shit. The old school one with him in it. Dude, I used to get involved in that shit.
That theme.
Speaking of Jack Black, he guest starred. I think a bunch of celebrities guest starred in an episode.
That show was crazy.
That show was like really popular. I never watched a single episode.
They even made
I would always catch it randomly.
That was in theaters.
Freaky.
I remember they made a movie that was in theaters too, like before it got.
I'm pretty sure they made a video game for like the PS2.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah, it was popular, man. That shit was sick. That was my shit.
Dude, you know what's funny? Speaking of X-Files,
that's like that one. I hear the name of all these shows like X-Files, Star Trek, Babylon 5, fucking. I've never once seen see like where do they show these? Like I've never seen them.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, Battlestar Galactica. That's another one. I've never seen a single episode.
Stargate.
I mean, not to knock them. Like I've never seen it.
Battlestar
like
Galactica.
They seem like they might be dope, but I just have never seen a single episode, so I don't know.
You know what's funny about X-Files? This is just one little quick note I'll mention. I went through like a alien phase. Like a UFO alien,
dude.
Area 51.
Still in it.
I went through like
they're among us.
A whole phase on that.
There's a fungus among us.
Yeah, there's a fungus among us.
The Black Bandicoot.
The Black Bandicoot.
Did y'all ever go through the card magic phase?
Not even hawks. Okay, I'm a little afraid of hawks.
Dude, that would still be my my superhero name. Still to this day.
You remember the donkey, Bandicoot. Mike? You remember the donkey lips cloud? It was like.
What?
Why don't you fucking say?
The donkey. Are you having a stroke?
Remember, because
can you smell toast?
Remember, we were at Sloan's Lake. We were going through Thug's mansion and the wind.
Yeah, the vortex.
But we were laying on the pier at the end of it, and like we saw this cloud up in the sky.
We'll have to tell that story on the pod one of these days.
And it looked like Donkey from Shrek. It looked like his mouth, like the lake.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't remember that part.
Dude, we were dead. We were dead on that little buoy.
Oh my God.
I don't remember that part. I do certainly remember the duck though.
Oh yeah, the big duck that she was like,
fucking like not like when we were on the lake.
Oh, the one
duck that swam up to us and was just like quack quack. Like, it was like quack. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, that was damn.
Dude, you remember we kept walking and there's like that dude sleeping in that bush or something. We're like, what?
No, I remember that dude that rode around. There was a dude
sleeping in a bush right after that.
We like walked over to him and we didn't even know he was there. We're like,
oh shit. Yeah, if you guys can't guess,
he was like dead or something.
The three of us were inebriated that night. Like we were quite.
Then remember we would like start walking around the lake and then we'd get the slow skis and the spine.
Yeah, dude. That and I just remember that dude that rode around the lake like 6 times on his bike.
Oh yeah, damn.
And like every time he passed us, I was like, damn, we're moving slow as fuck. Like I was like, this motherfucker been around the lake twice. I was like, we're like 10 feet from where the last time we saw him.
Oh, Jesus. And I wasn't there, but when Mike broke the dog's heart and made him not want to bark anymore.
Dude, that's a legendary moment. That and Jacob talking about the milk. That'll always be like we were. All right. No, these stories are for next week. Like freaking, we're too far into this.
Just
like,
know there's some crazy shit I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, if you want to hear some funny ass shroom stories, come back next week. Stay tuned next
week.
Shroom
stories. That's gonna be the name of the episode. Yeah. Look forward to it.
Fucking.
That's a good way to end
stories. The title of this one's gonna be something.
Drake's Deception.
We don't know what it's gonna be.
We got shroom stories. We got shroom stories, drinking stories.
Yeah. Next week will just be a story of debauchery. The whole
personal stories and adventures and quests.
Remember when we had the whiskey hangover? I disappeared on you guys incident.
Yeah, the hangover incident.
Never again.
Fucking hell, man.
I'll never forget when Brandon's chair like folded in on the ground.
Dude, I'll never forget.
Yeah, slithered out.
Dude, that and I remember
your chair fell twice. It wasn't even it was like twice, bro. Like your chair did the same thing. I was like, there it goes again.
I remember after we had already drunk the bottle and you walked out, like you went to go puke.
Yeah.
On the front steps, and like you're just on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
And I just hear you. I hear you puking, and then I hear, "Oh fuck,
my hat,
my hat."
Yeah.
Like exactly like that too. Like, like not even like mad. You're just like you just noticed it. You're just like, oh fuck.
Oh man,
Frank, you weren't there to see him slither out of his chair, right?
No, dude.
Because I think it was just me and Brandon, and I saw him just slither out of his shit and like crawl.
Dude, because like I tried to stand up
like a snake too after he was down and like
I tried to stand up,
like just
I could
off the edge.
Dude,
of the,
I was like this.
Patio.
I was like this on the table, right? And like I was like, oh fuck, I gotta puke. And like I tried to stand up, but like as soon as I stood up, like for like even tried, like I was like. Like got the spins and like I was like just gonna spew right there. So I was like, no, standing up's not the move. Like I felt like Leo in Wolf of Wall Street when he's on the fucking lemons. Like fucking like I was like, all right, okay, what can I do? Can't stand. Let me slither out of this chair. I'll slither.
Slither.
And I just legit like
slithering, bro.
Like slithered out the chair, got like army stats, and was just like, to try to get to the edge of the path, like, oh man, we're telling the whole story.
Yeah.
End it. fucking come back next week.
That's why you're Slytherin house, bro.
To hear the rest of
Slytherin gang for life.
and more epic stories. Stay tuned to next episode.
Next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Cultureology.